So, Dean Cain reposted this.
Wait, he still exists?
He still exists.
I thought he died.
Well, I mean, I have to do it. I have to do it.
I forgot that he was a person.
Shut up a second, Cyrus. I have to do this.
So, I realize what happened. I heard Dean Esme, not Dean Cain. And I was just like, Dean Esme still talks?
The fact that you got those two confused is very amusing to me.
Right-wing religious dipshit. I could also say a number at the end of that, and I would be accurate.
Yeah. So, Dean Cain reposted this. So, Buzz Patterson said, interesting, and showed a screenshot. This is actually an AI. He asked AI a question. He didn't show what the question was, but this is like ChatGPT's response. This isn't actual like documentation anywhere. But it says that prohibited locations for firearms, demonstrations, and rallies. Minnesota law prohibits carrying firearms at public demonstrations, rallies, or similar events. This includes both open and concealed carry. So this is part of the right-wing thing that they do, where anytime someone is murdered by law enforcement and we point out that, like, hey, that was murder, they try and turn it into this, it was a bad person, therefore, like, they had some drugs on them, therefore they deserve the death penalty for a thing that, had they actually been arrested for it, would not have gotten them the death penalty.
Yeah, they move the goalpost away from shall not be infringed to something else every time.
Yeah, well, so like I looked into the statute for this. The only thing that I could find was there's a riot act or something similar to that, where it's like, if there is a riot and you have a firearm at the riot, then you can be charged with $10,000. They're like it's like a $10,000 fine and like up to 5 years in prison. So I'm just sitting there like, so first off, it wasn't a riot. Secondly, even if it was a riot, 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine is not the death penalty.
Also, you know what's funny? Just as a side thing, if you're part of a protest and the protest turns into a riot because of circumstances outside your control, the fact that you have a gun on you've now done nothing, but merely by being in an area, your geographical location has caused you to become a criminal? Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bull fucking shit.
I agree. And I feel like there are a lot of other laws that would counteract that in some ways, but I ain't a law talking guy. I'm no legal scholar. I don't know. But what I do know is I don't fucking care. The Second Amendment people are nowhere to be seen when they're using the fact that he legally had a gun as an excuse for why he should have been murdered. Okay. News Doge said, the peaceful and tolerant left, and posted a video of someone who spray painted fuck ice on some concrete.
That is peaceful.
Yeah.
That is a peaceful thing. That is the First Amendment. Shut the fuck up, dumbass.
Well, I mean, it's petty vandalism.
Don't care.
But like, it's peaceful. Nobody got hurt, and like as far as tolerance goes, ice I think falls squarely within the whole we don't need to tolerate your intolerance.
Correct.
So like, this is both peaceful and tolerant.
It is both of those things, and yet.
But my favorite response to this one was somebody posted, have you seen this clip?
I have not seen this clip. I've seen that the clip exists.
Yeah, no, so Mamdani went on Miss Rachel and they did the wheels on the bus together, and someone clipped them and like the babies on the bus go wah, wah, wah. And so now anytime a right-winger complains about something, they get this gif of Miss Rachel and Mamdani going wah, wah, wah.
Jesus Christ.
And it's great. I love it. So, good job, Miss Rachel and Mamdani. Okay, so Kevin Sorbo says, they're mad at Trump because he's not deporting enough of them. It's all in the math. And it's got Bill Clinton
is
deported.
Is it not in the method? Is it not in the how it's happening?
let's examine the image first. So Bill Clinton apparently deported 12.5 million people, and there were 0 protests or riots. George Bush was 10.3 with 0 protests and riots. Obama was 5.2 with 0 protests and riots. And Trump was 1.5 with 350 protests and riots. I don't know about you, but like, it depends what they're considering a protest or a riot. Like, I guarantee you they're considering all of the No Kings protests to be protests and riots for this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I remember when Bush went into Iraq. I went to protests when Bush went into Iraq. And that was when I was a good little Christian boy who probably agreed with Bush about pretty much everything except going into Iraq. Natchabri says bullshit Tea Party was a lot of protests, and that was Obama's time. Yep, I remember the Tea Party.
Yeah,
that was when I was a libertarian. I was excited that the Tea Party was finally getting some representatives in Congress.
Shosk,
maybe that was part of a grassroots rebellion sort of thing.
Shoskasaurus. Wait, Shosk, like the paladin who was healing me a couple days ago or last night? Shosk. But also, they said, did you research those numbers? They're probably made up. I've seen this kind of post.
I did not research the numbers. I assume they're made up.
Multiple times.
I know that Obama did more deportation than Trump did in his first term, sort of thing. I don't know exactly how the numbers shake out, but it's like and Obama is not a saint. I'm not going to defend the man.
Yeah, the king of the drone strike is not our hero, my guy.
So he got a lot of credit that I think he did not deserve, but that doesn't justify what Trump is doing. Progress only says Rodney King. Wasn't Rodney King Bush Senior? Wasn't that like 1991-ish? Now I have to look it up.
I think Rodney King. I think that was
the LA. That was the LA riots, wasn't it?
I think it was Clinton, because I remember that was an episode of Fresh Prince in the 90s as well. Like they
1991, which was Bush Senior, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so it was right at the end of Bush Senior's tenure.
Well, George Bush Senior. He was president to 93. And so Rodney King, he was beaten. He was the victim of police brutality on March 3rd, 1991. And I think the riots happened like pretty close in proximity to when it actually happened. Like it wasn't like one of those sleeper things that delayed for a year. So yeah, that was Bush Senior. But also Rodney King, he reveled in his notoriety. So like after all this happened, there were stories about him, like he would speed and stuff, and then he'd get pulled over by police, and they would like do that thing that they're being all tough and like, oh yeah, you need to respect my authority, that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And then he would just like hand them his license and watch as they saw his name, like, you're free to go, sir. It's like, no cop wants to be the guy that gave Rodney King a speeding ticket. So, and I say good for him.
When you've got a corrupt organization and that's what you're dealing with, the rules start mattering a little less.
Yeah.
And I wish that wasn't the case, but...
I mean, I have said this on stream multiple times, but I have said that every president going back to I don't remember exactly which president I stopped at, but I'm going to say going back at least to Reagan is a war criminal. Every single one. Biden, Obama, Clinton, Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. They are all war criminals. Mm-hmm. So this is one of those, like, I don't care. Fuck them. You're a piece of shit? Sure, they're a piece of shits too.
Shaw says, I lied, it's the same Shosk. I was like, that's a really specific name. That's a really specific name. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Blitzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagittarius, you know I'm not saying that last part, Valis of Sereth, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.